Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying this. We're having a blast. We are on the next mission. We are on the offensive. Let's see if we can take this point. We're attacking the chateau. We have a couple more tanks this time. We have more infantry. We're gonna see how we can do this because it's getting tougher. They're getting a lot more men, and it's gonna be a hellhole. So stick with me. Let's get into the action. Right off the rip, we start putting our infantry on the outskirts as well as a nice long line so they can spot things. Armored tanks start taking up their position so they can start shooting anything that gets a little bit close to my infantry, and we start a slow crawl forward. Within the first couple minutes, an air raid sirens comes on and two BF-109s come in from behind. First one strafing my tank crewmen and dying eventually, and then the second one comes in and strafes my AA gun that's out of ammo, and then it crashes and burns into one of my squads. With my recon forward not spotting a single soul, I start advancing all armored units and infantry slowly forward to get closer to the point. Unknown to me, a Sturmpanzer pushes a hedge line, even though my tanks are ready for it, killing it in a couple shots. Soon afterwards, another plane comes by, but the AA was ready for that one, killing him pretty quick. And yet another plane comes by and gets shot down by AA, almost crashing into one of my M4 Shermans. Recon trying to get closer to the point, start getting engaged with small rifle fire as artillery rains overhead, trying to kill an NG nest on the first objective. German sniper gets caught while we cross the road, killing him close range. Recon finally spots the enemy in placement, so we start pushing up other squads and tanks to help support their push. Knowing there's got to be quite a bit of people on Charlie as well as the emplacement, I send a mortar barrage from off-map on it. Mortar strike was successful with eliminating the units on the emplaced gun. Squads of infantry exchange small arms fire close to objective Charlie. We prepare for our assault squads to push forward. Recon moves forward, killing one unit and spotting for other artillery strikes. Sherman and 30 cal fire help support the open field advance as I'm trying to figure out how to move onto objective Charlie with a giant wall of dirt in the way. The Germans getting their field gun up start shooting back at the enemies as I sprint my units forward to try to get out of harm's way. Unknown to me, an airplane gets shot down in my back lines, crashing into the ground. With the east completely open, I push forward recon and extra squads to see if I can get any flanking chances on the points. I send my center forward, trying to see eyes on Charlie. Unknown to me, there's a tank in the back that starts laying down MG fire as my supporting squads start engaging enemies to the left and right of Charlie. My AA gets a long-range kill as the plane flies overhead, trying to attack my forwardmost units. I send two glider squad mates over the fence into Charlie objective as their squad sits in the open field trying to take cover from the MG-42s from Panzer 1. With the east still open, I push up a squad and recon, hoping to get farther and farther up. My glider squadron starts engaging the Panzer that starts rolling forward towards them. My M4 Sherman takes shots but deflects off the turret armor. I send my infantry forward into the courtyard, only to find a bunch of infantry there and retreating back. My glider squad that pushed up is almost completely dead as the M4 Sherman cannot pen the Panzer 1 turret armor. Two Panzers push up the middle, but my tank destroyer is in a good position, killing a couple of the crew in both tanks. A medic rushes forward to try to save as much of the glider squad as possible under the cover of smoke. I send a gliderman forward to try to AT the Panzer 1, but he gets mowed down. Another plane comes flying overhead, but AA is ready and kills it. I push a squad into the courtyard of Charlie to start a firefight with the enemies to push them off and start clearing the point. Not my best execution, but they secured the courtyard and we start pushing the Germans back off the point. With the entire line devoid of enemies, we start pushing slowly forward to capture the next 2 points. I send a medic into the courtyard to start reviving any critically wounded soldiers. Knowing that the last two objectives have the rest of the Germans, I put mortar strikes on each of them, hoping to get any possible kills with off-map support. Germans start a counter-offensive for Charlie with two light tanks and a bunch of infantry, but we're able to repel them pretty quick with emplaced guns and tanks. With the time almost up, we stage a mechanized assault onto one of the objectives with LVT-4 and Sherman providing cover fire as the infantry run across the open field to death's door. Unknown to me, there was a Panzer IV hiding behind one of the objectives, taking a shot at my M4 Sherman, killing two of the crew, stunning it, and we're trying to hide from it. Germans continue fight for the center, trying to push to Charlie, but we're able to slowly repel them, stalling their advance while we try to go on secure the flanks and the other two objectives. With the objective Delta almost devoid of enemies, my SMG is able to start capping it at a very slow rate, and at the other side of the map, my squad crawls up to the wall hoping to get a flank on the last objective. I push 3 more guys up to Delta so they can start helping cap, but Germans have the same idea and start pushing the cap just a little bit faster than me. I push infantry forward hoping to kill the last German on objective Delta, and I get killed by the tank. Hoping to get a bunch of fire kills, I put white phosphorus smoke all over the point Alpha so I can push it later on under the cover of smoke. Unknown to me, I had 2 squads that have been sitting there doing nothing the entire time, so I push them forward. With smoke covering my advance, I push a squad forward into Alpha, hoping to start the cap as soon as possible. Unfortunately for me, my own fire started burning my own troops that I sent into the bush while I start killing enemies with the VAR. Germans stage a counteroffensive on objective Delta, start capping it very slowly, but we're able to kill a couple on point and slowly capping it back. With almost all my units completely dead on the point Alpha, I send whatever infantry I have left to start this cap so we can pause the points because there's only 1,000 points left and it goes by pretty quick. I push my fire team around the corner hoping to get in any firefights with soldiers on point so we can start the cap. Even with all that, I need to push another squad on because we're still not capping the point with 6 soldiers on. I stage an armor assault up the front so they can support my squad on point that start capping, but grenades get thrown back and forth. I rush my men forward to find the mortar that's on point that's been slaughtering me this whole time. With most of my troops on point, we stall a cap with only 332 points left. They did a great job, good push. And with that, we secure the chateau. That was a good fight. That was a close one. We almost lost that one. It came down to the wire, but we did pretty good. We could have done a better attack. I wasn't really sure how to come about this map. There were kind of weird lanes, a lot of open fields. I didn't use my armor as much as I should have, so definitely some things to learn from. I hope you guys learned from it too, but it was a good time. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.